inside Davis High School for a High School Rewind Game of the Week. I am Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us on our matchup. The Davis Starts and the Layton Lancers. Look, everybody, so glad to have you along with us. Region 1 is on the line. We're just a week away from the state tournament, and the winner tonight will place themselves on the opposite end of the bracket of Lone Peak and Bingham. This is a big game for both of Layton and Davis. It was a loss last week for Layton. They lost a surprising game to Viewmont, which opened this up to be an outright region championship game, and it will be a big one. Let's talk about a couple of names first. Let's start with the Layton Lancers. This team is led by Jerice Blackman, young man going to be a Gaucho, and he's played very, very well this year. He's done an outstanding job leading this team, one of the top teams in 5A. They get hot in the tournament. They are a scary, scary team. He's going to play very well tonight. Let's talk about Davis. It's all about one man, Jesse Wade, and it's been that way for 3 years, and tonight is his night, senior night, with the region on the line, getting him, again, opposite end of the bracket again from Bingham and Lone Peak. This is a huge game, and Jesse Wade has been outstanding. Young man going to go to Gonzaga and play for Coach Mark Few. This is going to be a lot of fun. A couple of keys tonight is going to be who's going to step up alongside these two stars and lead the way. The first game was a great win for Layton. Can they do it here at Davis? You know our teams, a couple of players to look out for, and a couple of keys to the game. When we come back, it'll be opening tip-off. You are watching High School Rewind, only on Xfinity On Demand. And we're underway for a High School Rewind Game of the Week. Rigby and Blackman. Blackman was the tip, back to his brother Julian. The first game had some fireworks of Blackman's dunk. This one might open a little bit differently. Julian Blackman working on Wade down the lane. Blackman in the hole, blocked by Rigby. On the push now with Wade. Wade outside, three on the way, Leonhardt. In and out, and the rebound, Jacoby Kemp. On the push now with Julian Blackman. It's Wade, Fike, Rigby, Leonhardt, and Schwartz on the floor for the Darts. Kemp swatted away by Rigby. 2 possessions, 2 blocks for Ben Rigby. Just a sophomore, and he'll continue to get better. Down the floor with Jesse Wade off the screen of Leonhardt. Leaves it back over, nearly stolen by Kemp. Kick out, Fike along the baseline, Rigby. Leonhardt's jumper in the paint for the first points of this basketball game. Just a minute into the game, 2-0 Davis. Up top of Camp on the angle now with Watts. Watts out to Julian Blackman for 3 off the back of the iron. Into the hands of Jesse Wade. Wade up the floor, Watts right there. Wade, fall away, no, right in the hands of Julian Blackman. 3-on-1. And Watts can't finish. Blackman with the board, back up, too strong. And the rebound to Schwartz. Gives it up to Tony Fike, and Fike will walk it into the front court. We mentioned an absolute packed crowd tonight. Everything will get big reactions. Outside to Wade, kicks it out now to Landon Schwartz. Schwartz along the baseline, kicks out to Rigby. Here's Fike. Fike along the baseline to Leonhardt. Here's Tony Fike. Cross court to Schwartz. Straight away with Jesse Wade. Calls for Rigby. Wade works off the screen. Double comes. Kemp right there with him. Wade gets caught in the air. Cross court turnover. And we'll go the other way with the Lancers. 5:37 remaining in the opening quarter. And it's the Darts 2-0. Julian Blackman. Back to Jacoby Kemp. Kemp to Blackman. 4-3. Well off the mark. Kemp tries to track it down, couldn't get to it, and we'll go the other way after the air ball. Full court pressure from the Lancers. Watts letting the official know that Wade using his off arm. Here's Rigby. Rigby kicks it back to Wade. Wade working on Watts, fall away, Jay, well off the mark. Schwartz gonna get the board, and we'll go the other way with with Layton. 5:05 remaining in the first quarter. Lancers yet to get on the board. With 2 blocks in the first 2 possessions for Ben Rigby. Blackman terminates, kicks out Jacoby Kemp. Back to Blackman on the angle, working on Leonhardt. Blackman along the baseline, gives it up to Julian. Julian kicks out Steele Roberts for 3. And Steele Roberts from downtown. The first points for Layton Lancers. 4:35 remaining in the first. Here's Wade. High post to Rigby. Rigby down the lane to the hole, swatted away by Blackman. Julian on the push. In the lane, kicks it out to Jerice. Now on the angle, Jacoby Kemp from downtown. And it's 6-2, Lancers went scoreless for the first nearly 3.5 minutes of the game. 2 trays, and they lead 6-2. Outside, Atlantic Schwartz. Up top, Leonhardt. On the angle with Fike. Wade, Leonhardt, now to Schwartz. Schwartz in the lane. The bump, no call. Still Roberts comes away with it. Down the floor now with Julian Blackman. 3:45 now on the clock. Blackman off the screen of Kemp. Kemp straight away, give it up to Steele Roberts. Roberts back to Kemp. Kemp and Roberts with all 6 points thus far. Blackman kicks out to Watts. Blackman in the corner. Julian Blackman from downtown. 3 possessions and 3 threes for the Layton Lancers. 3:20 remaining in the first. Wade down the floor. Jumps it from the free throw line, back rim. And a rebound taken by Schwartz. Schwartz caught amongst the Lancers. Give it out to Wade. Camp comes at him. Wade tries to get the foul. Kicks out. Nobody home. Julian Blackman tracks it down. Schwartz giving the chase. And Julian Blackman lays it up and in. The Layton faithful going crazy just below our broadcast position. 2:50 remaining in the first quarter, and it's an 11-0 run for the Layton Lancers. 2:45 now on the clock. Outside to Schwartz. Schwartz bumps into Kemp. Good no call. Julian Blackman with the block. Blackman has it, and now we got a foul. And I'll go on Schwartz, and they need to get Blackman under control. .235 remaining in the first quarter. It's an 11-0 run for the Lancers. Down the floor with Blackman. Outside to Landon Watts. Watts, Jacoby Kemp, who had a trade. Now to Dries Blackman working on Rigby. Blackman, series of moves to the rim, can't get it to go, tips it up and in. Timeout, Coach Sims. 2:14 remaining in the first, all Lancers. They lead 13-2. They'll inbound to Wade. Watts will bring up the floor. Be interesting to see if the officials continue to let it be a physical game, and there's your answer right there. They're going to try to get control with the whistle, and there's a foul on Watts. 2:05 remaining in the quarter. Wade outside to Schwartz. Back to Jesse Wade. Hounded by Julian Blackman. Leonhardt for 3, and Leonhardt from downtown. A welcome sign in this ball game. No, Layton wouldn't run away. Leonhardt knocks down the triple, and it's 13-5. 1:40 now on the clock. Blackman's pass knocked out of bounds. We'll stay here. Inbound to Blackman with 1:35 remaining the first. Coach Kelby Miller calling out a play. Outside, Dries Blackman. Jacoby Kemp pulls for 3. Back rim. Rebound, Leonhardt. Lucky he didn't pick up a cheap foul there. Up the floor now with Wade, outside to Fike. Straight away to Leonhardt, now I'll give it up to Jesse Wade. Here's Tony Fike for 3. And Fike well off the mark, rebound to Blackman. Dries hands off to brother Julian, walking in the front court with 1 minute now remaining in the quarter. Kemp comes out the screen. Blackman will pull for 3, and Julian Blackman from downtown. It was the 3 ball that got the offense started. And that's 4 in the quarter. Drop it on the baseline to Fike. Fike moves on Watts, gets caught underneath, stolen by Julian Blackman. Blackman on the push with 35 seconds. Blackman on the angle, Julian looking for his second. Off the mark and rebound to Jesse Wade. 25 seconds remaining in the quarter. Wade pulls up for 3. Well off the mark, and we'll go the other way with Layton with 19 seconds. It was a slow start for Layton. Scored their first bucket around 4:35 remaining in the first quarter. And since then, it's been a 16-3 run. Blackman drop it in. Number moves, shot up and good. The bucket from Cody Edwards. 1 second. Wade does the count if it goes. And that'll do it for the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books in the Region 1 championship. And it's Layton 18, Davis 5. Start of the second quarter. We'll start with the darts. Sanders cross court, nice try to find inside, picked up by Watts. On the push now with Julian Blackman. Blackman down the lane. Finds Edwards, and Edwards gets a +1. Beautiful find from Julian Blackman, and the foul will go on Mitch Sanders, and it'll be a +1 opportunity for Edwards. Cody Edwards hits the +1. That's the second team foul on the darts. Up the floor with Wade, and Wade draws a foul on Julian Blackman. That'll be the second team foul on the Lancers. 7.5 remaining in the first half. That's the first personal foul on Julian Blackman. Edwards comes out. Here's Swartz along the baseline working on. Watts gonna get it to go. Watts will bring it across midcourt. Watts a transition 3 and a lips out rebound to Edwards. Out of bounds off Edwards, and will go with the darts. Up the floor now with Jesse Wade. Hit a tough start for the Davis Dart sharpshooter. High post to Christiansen. Kicks it out. Blocked by Julian Blackman. Ball's loose, picked up by Christiansen. Along the baseline, picked up by Watts. Watts ahead to Jerice Blackman. And Jerice can't catch up to it, does, but saves it in to Christiansen, gonna get control. And we'll go back up the floor with 6:45 remaining in the first half. Wade, a deep 3, and Jesse Wade from downtown. He wasn't gonna be cold all night long, and that might just bust him loose. That's a deep 3, and it's 21-8. First points of the first half for Wade. 6:25 remaining in the half. Outside to Watts. Watts leaves it for Julian Blackman in the corner. Blackman. Armistead hands back to Julian. He'll reset the offense with 6:10 on the clock. We'll go forward, we'll let him penetrate. Blackman pulls up inside the arc and a lips out. Rebound to Cody Edwards, and Edwards gets the board and bucket. And it's 23-8 in favor of Layton. All the hustle plays going the way of the Lancers. Here's Wade. Crossover, step back 3, back rimmed, tipped by Swartz, and we'll go the other way with Layton. Up the floor now with Julian Blackman. Blackman crossover, terminate, kick out to Jerice straight away, back rimmed, and that probably should be called out of bounds, but going the other way. Fike, heart of the hole, leaves it for Leonhardt. Did not want to get swatted by Blackman and turned it over. We'll go the other way with the Lancers. Fike saw Blackman coming. He had 2 blocks in the first quarter. Did not want to give him another one. And down the floor we go with Julian Blackman with 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the half. Outside Armistead. Straight away with Cody Edwards. Here's Jerice. Jerice drop it in. Edwards fall away, wouldn't go. On the push now with Fike. And Fike will slow things up. 4:55 remaining in the half. Here's Swartz. Swartz straight away with Sanders. Fike. Now back to Swartz. Wade on the bench. Was interesting to see where the offense would come from. Fike holds down straight away to Leonhardt. Now Swartz. High post Rigby. Pump fake. Heart of the hole. Rigby swatted away by Blackman. Rigby was going for the dunk. Blackman gives it up to Watts, and Watts can't finish with the left hand. Going the other way. Fike, he'll test Blackman, and Blackman with the block, but they get him with the foul with the body. Immediately goes over to make sure Fike knows no intent there. And it'll be 2 free throws coming away of Fike. Fike hit the first free throw. That's the first foul on Jerice Blackman. 13 foul on the Lancers. And Fike calmly knocks down both free throws. And it's 23-10. The floor now with Julian Blackman. Off the screen of Dries. Armistead kicks out to Dries Blackman. Thought about three and hangs on. Cody Edwards, jumper from the junction. And Cody Edwards has been the difference in the second quarter. Push it back up to a 15-point lead, 25-10. 3:50 remaining, and now we got a foul on Armistead. That'll be the 14th foul on the Lancers. It'll be inbound near side. Up the floor now with Fike, 3:45 remaining in the half. Fike hands back to Jesse Wade. Now Ben Rigby. Rigby leads it in for Leonhardt, slapped away by Blackman, comes away with it. Dries kicks it up to Edwards, outside Armistead for three. Too strong, rebound. Dries Blackman goes back up, did not get the call. Rebound to Ben Rigby. Rigby on the push with Wade. Wade give it up to Leonhardt. Cross court to Fike, and Fike will set up the offense with 3:15 on the clock. And that's a steal by Cragen. Cragen gives it up Armistead. He'll reverse out and leave it with Julian Blackman, and Blackman will reset the offense and go 4 low. Julian Blackman pulls up inside the junction, and we're gonna have a foul on Edwards, and that'll be the 15th foul on the Lancers. 2:55 remaining in the half. 5 team fouls on the Lancers, 2 on the Darts. Up the floor with Wade. High post to Rigby. Rigby back to Wade. Pump fake, steps inside the arc, and a long range 2 is good for Jesse Wade. 25-12. Blackman walks it back up the floor with 2.5 remaining. Here's Cody Edwards, an outstanding quarter. Hands back to Armistead. Armistead leaves it for Dries Blackman. Working on Rigby, and they're gonna get him for shuffling his feet. And after the turnover, we'll go the other way with Davis. 2:10 remaining in the first half of the floor with Jesse Wade. High post to Rigby. Rigby trying to get inside to Wade, out of bounds. Off of Blackman. Wade to trigger. A slow first half for the Davis Darts. They try to get that ball inside, and we'll go the other way with Layton. Senior night brings out a lot of emotions, and right now Davis having a hard time getting him under control. Thought maybe we'd see a little bit different team in the second quarter. Only 10 points, or probably 7 points in the quarter. As Blackman gives it up to Armistead in the corner, and he'll dribble up to the top of 1:45 remaining in the half. And the ball slapped away by Fike. Blackman finds Edwards, and Edwards can't finish. Rebound to Cragen. Goes up, he's fouled, and Matt Cragen will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Cragen hit the first free throw. That's the 13th foul on the Darts, and the first on Leonhardt. The second good from Cragen as well, and it's back up to a 15-point lead. Davis keeps us between 15 and 10. In the second half, we'll see a different team. Wade down the lane, gets past Blackman, and lays it up and in. Important minute remaining, and that ball's out of bounds off of Edwards, and we'll go back to Davis. Minute 20 remaining in the first half. These are important seconds in this game. Davis could close out the half and make this very different, as Layton has absolutely dominated the first 2 quarters. Swartz in the lane, hard to the hole, and gets past Blackman and lays it up and in. 27-16, 1 minute remaining. Here's Dries Blackman. Then a quiet first half for Dries, kicks it to Julian. Inside Edwards. Edwards thought he'd get a foul call, didn't get it. Too strong. Rigby leaves it ahead to Wade with 40 seconds remaining. Wade sizing up Blackman, gets past him in the lane. Goes up against Dries and swatted away. Cragen gives it up to Julian Blackman with 30 seconds remaining, and the Lancers will likely hold for the last shot. Dries Blackman has struggled offensively, but defensively, he has been an absolute monster at the rim. Unofficially, his 4th block of the half. Outside with Dries. Terminates up top, Julian Blackman. Get up Armistead for 3. And that goes in and out. A rebound is loose. With 4 seconds in the hands of Wade, 3 seconds. Wade pulls up for 3. And that's off the mark. at the end of 2 quarters is the Layton Lancers 27 and the Davis Darts 16. High School Rewind is excited to have Nudge as our Player of the Game sponsor. Nudge is one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. With over 500 employees, Nudge is one of the largest contributors of volunteer community outreach programs. To learn more about Nudge and their program, visit www.nudge.com. Layton will start with the ball to start the 3rd quarter. It was a slow offensive start in the 1st quarter. Did not score to about 4:35 remaining in the 1st. And then it was an onslaught from there. Lead into Landon Watson. They're going to have a foul on Fike. That looked like a dual possession, but it'll be a foul on Fike, and it'll be inbound along the baseline. First foul on Fike, and obviously the first team foul of the 2nd half. The officials let them bang in the 1st half. Not a lot of foul calls. About a total, I think it was 8 fouls in the 1st half. I think this will change. It will change here in the 2nd. Mismatch, Wade on Blackman. Jerice backs him down in the lane. Can't get it to go. Gets his own board, goes back up, can't finish. And Jacoby Camp will be called for going over the back, and we'll go the other way with the Darts. Our 2 open players, Jerice Blackman and Jesse Wade, both had their struggles offensively. Wade got it going a little bit late in the 2nd quarter, but Jerice Blackman has struggled from the field but has been a monster on defense. Drop it in, Rigby outside Leonhardt from the junction, back rim, and a rebound, Jacoby Kemp. So back up the floor we go with Julian Blackman. 7:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Blackman off the screen of Jerice. Kicks outside to Steele Roberts. Roberts drop it inside. Jacoby Kemp shake and bake on Rigby. Terminates along the baseline. And a ball picked off by Leonhardt in the hands of Fike. 6:50 remaining in the 3rd. Fike reverses, finds Schwartz on the baseline. He gets over the top of Jacoby Kemp. And the Darts get on the board in the 2nd half. 27-18 with 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Here's Julian Blackman. Off the screen of Jerice. Got the mismatch with Wade. Can't get him the ball. Give it up to Jacoby Kemp, and Kemp pulls for a long range 2. And Jacoby Kemp now with 5 points. He had a 3 in the 1st quarter, and now that long range shot. 29-18. Schwartz up top with Fike. Fike pirouette, give it up to Leonhardt for 3. Too strong on the rebound. Taken by Schwartz and picked up by Landon Watts. In the front court with Julian Blackman. 6 minutes remaining in the 3rd. Blackman up top with Kemp. Will pull for 3. Well off the mark and a rebound in the hands of Schwartz. Get up to Wade. Wade on the push. Terminates the top of the key, gives on the angle with Leonhardt. And Leonhardt up top with Fike. On the angle with Schwartz, back to Wade. Fike will pull for 3. And that goes in and out, a rebound taken by Jerice Blackman. Hands off to Julian. 5.5 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Mentioned the Davis offenses. They struggle mightily here in this ball game. A lot of open shots lipping out. Julian Blackman give it up to Watts, now on the baseline. Jerice Blackman pirouette along the baseline. Camp couldn't handle the pass ahead with Rigby. Rigby loses the ball off his foot and will go the other way. Missed opportunity from Rigby, and it'll be Layton ball. 5:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 29-18. Julian Blackman in the front court, give it up outside to Landon Watts. Watts now to Kemp. Here's Steele Roberts. Roberts guarded by Schwartz, terminates. And now timeout taken by the Layton Lancers. 4:51 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 21-18, Layton with the lead. Out of the timeout, 4:50 remaining in the 3rd. Blackman dropping in Jerice. Jerice follow away Jay, won't go, and the rebound taken by Leonhardt. Davis has done an outstanding job staying in front of Jerice Blackman. And then we have the reaching foul on Watts. And that'll be the first team foul of the half. Check that. That's a 2nd team foul on Layton. 2nd foul on Watts. And now a foul on Jacoby Kemp. And that'll be the 3rd team foul. Wade to trigger. Second personal foul on Kemp. While on the baseline, Schwartz got away with the push there. Give it up to Wade. Wade drop it into Rigby, working on Kemp. Rigby gets that one to go. That was a tough angled shot for the left-hander, and a young sophomore gets his first points. 29-20, 4:15 remaining in the third quarter. Blackman walks it into the front court. Drop it into Jerice. Jerice again trying to get going offensively. We're going to have a foul at the goal. We talked about we're going to see a lot of whistles in the second half, and that's too bad. They let him play in the first. But that'll be the second team foul on Davis. Still Roberts to trigger. Get it into Jerice Blackman. Blackman gets into Rigby and gets his first shot to go. 31-20. Up the floor with Wade. Wade off the screen. Lienhart. Here's Fike. Straight away, Lienhart for three. That's off the mark, and will go the other way with Layton. 3:45 remaining in the third quarter. 11-point lead for the Lancers. Drop it in, Jerice Blackman faces up on Lienhart. The jumper won't go, and Lienhart with the board. That kind of night for Jerice Blackman. Walking in the front court, here's Wade. Into the corner to Fike. Fike up top, Lienhart. Here's Wade. Wade jumping inside the free throw line and gets it to go. A welcome sign for the Davis Darts. Wade getting going here in the third. 3:10 remaining in the quarter. 9-point lead. It was 17 at one point. Outside, the Edwards had an outstanding second quarter. Leaves it for Steele Roberts, and Roberts lays it up and in, and it's 33-22. 2:55 remaining in the third quarter. Jesse Wade hanging out along the midcourt stripe. Stolen by Blackman, but will stay here. Wade gets it into Lienhart. 2:45 remaining in the third. Here's Wade. Went off the screen of Rigby. Goes at Blackman, and yet Blackman with the foul as he got into him. Everybody on the floor should be raising their hands if they're a Layton Lancer. And that is the 14th foul on the Lancers. Second personal foul on Jerice Blackman. Lienhart. Outside with Wade. Blackman with him off the switch. It's Edwards. Blackman comes to trap, finds Rigby inside, and Rigby fouled by Julian Blackman. It'll be two free throws come away at Ben Rigby. Rigby missed the first and gets the second. 10-point game, 33-23. 2:25 remaining in the third quarter. Up the floor with Julian Blackman. Blackman working on Wade, gets inside out with Watts. Off the screen of Edwards. Watts outside to Jerice Blackman. Then a tough offensive night for Jerice. Steps inside the arc and knocks down the long range two. Pushes it back up to a 12-point game. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Jesse Wade off the screen of Rigby. Give it back to Rigby. He'll jump it from the free throw line. And Ben Rigby cuts it back to 10. 1:45 now on the clock. Jerice Blackman is fouled by Lienhart. It'll be the third team foul on the Darts. Cragen to trigger. And that ball's picked up by Wade. Wade going the other way. Lancers giving chase. Edwards waiting. Wade's high arching shot goes in. Knew the Lancer would be coming for the block. Got over the top. Kissed off the top of the glass. Minute and a half remaining in the third. 35-27. Julian Blackman walks it into the front court. Student section is starting to get into it. It's getting loud. Julian Blackman get called for the offensive foul, and we'll go the other way. 16 fouls on the Lancers. There'll be 1-1 free throws for Davis for the remainder of the game. Wade, crossover, step back three. Off the mark, and a rebound in the hands of Jerice Blackman. Jerice will bring it into the front court with 1 minute remaining in the quarter. Blackman working on Schwartz. Blackman, Schwartz all over him on the crossover, gets the steal, into the hands of Wade. 1-on-3, Wade, crossover, into the lane, pushes off, no call, and gets the bucket. And the Davis faithful at full throat. It's a 6-point game. They were down by 17 in the second quarter, cut it down to 6. And now a foul going against Davis. That's the 14th foul on the darts. Armitstead to trigger. Gets it into Edwards. 37 seconds, Edwards. Gets it outside Armitstead. And he'll back things out with 30 seconds. Here's Landon Watts, Jesse Wade with him. Watts crossed Armitstead, now down to 20. Armitstead, cross court to Watts, and out of bounds off of Wade, and will stay here. Landon Watts. Trying to set up the screen for Blackman. Watts loses the handle into the hands of Wade, 5 seconds. Down to 3 seconds, Wade for three. Jesse Wade at the buzzer. It was double digits to start the third, and we will head to the fourth, 35-32. 1 quarter to play. The winner will take the number 1 seed in the state tournament. It'll be Davis ball. Jesse Wade hit the big three as time expired. Now trailing by 3. Wade, pull up Jay. Too strong, rebound still loose. Taken by Julian Blackman. Blackman racing into the front court. Blackman to the corner, Matt Cragen. And Layton will reset the offense up top with Armitstead. Hands off to Julian Blackman. Now Cragen. Cragen was looking into Blackman, couldn't get it to him out top to Julian Blackman. Julian working on Jesse Wade. Wade, nice pass inside to Edwards, and Edwards lays it up and in. Layton really needed that as they push their lead up to 5. 37-32. Wade, crossover down the lane. Up and under and goes. Beautiful take and finish by Wade. Jerice Blackman has protected the rim all night long, and he got a little anxious as that one came, expecting Wade to go up and up, or probably to float it over the top. And it's a 3-point game. Julian Blackman. Drop it in, Jerice. He has got a mismatch. Oh, nice find inside to Edwards. Beautiful find from Jerice Blackman, and it's a 5-point lead. 6.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Up the floor with Jesse Wade. Wade. Series of moves going against Jerice Blackman. Kicks it out to Rigby. Now to Schwartz for 3. Landon Schwartz from downtown. Been a quiet night for Schwartz. He gets off with that 3. And it's 39-37. 6:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. We mentioned the winner will be the number 1 seed heading into the state tournament. The number 2 seed will be on the same side as Lone Peak and Bingham. Armitstead terminates, drop it into Blackman, loses the handle, and it's out of bounds. Start of the fourth quarter. 5:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. 39-37. Wade here with the steal. We got a whistle away from the ball, and that'll go against Jerice Blackman. That'll be the 3rd foul on Jerice. That's the 17th foul on Layton. Going the other way with Wade. Wade, step back 3. Jesse Wade! Buries the follow-away tray. And it's the first lead for Davis as they led 2-0. Trailed by 17 in the first half. And Wade has powered the darts back, and they now lead 40-39. Julian Blackman steps inside the arc and buries the long-range 2. Timeout, Coach Miller. 5:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. 5:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. Wade will bring it in the front court. Wade struggled a little bit in the first half, has turned it on ever since. Outside to Schwartz. On the angle now with Gardner. Gardner straight away with Schwartz. Schwartz working on Steele Roberts. The ball stolen by Edwards. Into the hands of Jerice Blackman, ahead to Landon Watts. And Layton going to set up their offense. There's 2 ways the coaches work as these games get going, especially in high school. It's to eat up more clock. And a lot of times that takes the air out of the ball and momentum away as well. A lot of fluidity and long possessions. Again, no shot clock in high school basketball. Off the screen of Jerice Blackman, Julian hanging. Give it up to Edwards. Edwards caught in the key, kicks out Julian Blackman. Blackman again, Edwards. Jumper on the baseline, off the mark. Rebound in the hands of Jesse Wade. Wade, pull up for three. Jesse Wade again from downtown. He's unconscious. 43-41. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter and a 2-point lead for the Davis Darts. Blackman hard to the hole, gets the foul. And Julian Blackman will go to the line to shoot two. The foul will be against Rigby. The 15th foul on Davis. Blackman missed the first. And rattles home the second. 43-42. 3:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Up the floor with Wade. Give it up to Tony Fike. Fike out to Wade. Thought about three. Now pulls for three. Back rim. Rebound taken by Schwartz. And one. Count the bucket. And Lennon Schwartz will go to the line for the +1. Schwartz at the line for the +1 free throw. And a lips out. Rebound taken. Now in the hands of Julian Blackman. 3.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Up the floor with the Lancers. The largest lead of the night for the Darts, 3 points. 45-42. Julian Blackman. Drop it in Jerice, and now we got a foul on Wade. And that'll be the 16th foul on the Darts. Roberts triggers into Julian Blackman. Blackman working on Wade, hard to the hole, and scores. There's one place where the Lancers have an advantage, and it's athleticism. And they're going to have to use it for the final 3:10. Wade down the lane, give it up to Rigby. Rigby gets it to go. (47-44), 3 minutes remaining. Julian Blackman works off the screen to Jerice. Now gives it to Jerice. Inside Edwards, reverse it and score it. Cody Edwards having himself a ball game. Comes off the bench and now hit double digits. 47-46, 2:40 remaining. Here's Wade, picked by Blackman, but gets it back. Wade outside to Fike. Now down to 2.5. Fike out top to Gardner. Give it up to Wade. And now a foul on Watts. Watts was in an impossible position there. Wade had reversed back. Watts is standing there. I don't know how you call that a block, but it'll be 1-1 free throws for Wade. Wade hit the front end. And rolls in the second. 49-46, 2:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Up the floor with Julian Blackman. Blackman goes right out. Wade blocked by Rigby. The sophomore with the big play. Now the ball in the hands of Jesse Wade. Coach Sims calling for timeout. The official's not seeing it. And now the timeout. 2:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. 49-46. Ben Rigby with the big block. Timeout, Davis. Jared Gardner going to trigger in for Davis. Put in the hands of Tony Fike. Interested to see if Davis starts playing the stall-out game and forcing fouls. It'll be double bonus as there's now 19 fouls, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Here's Wade on the baseline. Wade hard to the hole. No, called the bucket, and they called the charge. I don't know how you call a charge there, but they do. Offensive foul will be Layton ball with 1:50 remaining. 1:50 remaining in the fourth quarter off the offensive charge on Wade. That's the third personal foul on Jesse Wade and the 17th foul on the Darts. Julian Blackman drop it inside to Edwards. Edwards has been the best offense since the first quarter. Blackman hard to the hole, over the top of Rigby, and gets it to go. 49-48. 1:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Wade working on Blackman. No call on the contact either way. Here's Wade. Wade holding up top on Blackman. 1:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Out top to Fike again. Davis does not have to put the ball in the air with a 1-point lead. And now a foul on Watts, which is inevitably going to happen. And Gardner will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Gardner missed the first, has got one more. Back rims the second. Rebounds loose in the hands of Gardner. And now Layton will have to foul. Wade goes inside at Jerice Blackman and scores. 51-48, 50 seconds remaining. Julian Blackman into the front court. Timeout, Coach Miller. Jesse Wade powering the Darts to the lead. They're 44.9 seconds away from the 1 seed. They lead 51-48 over Layton. Up the floor. Blackman outside to Edwards. Back to Julian Blackman. Now Steele Roberts. Roberts off the screen to Edwards. Tries to go in. Edwards slotted away. Armitstead with the ball. Armitstead gets it to go. Lucky that wasn't a block. And it's now timeout. Layton, I believe. 27 seconds remaining. 51-50. Julian Blackman guarding Wade. They got him trapped on the baseline, and now a foul on Armitstead. That was a quick whistle. As they tried to trap him along the baseline, he had nowhere to go. Bailed out on the whistle. It'll be 2 free throws for Jesse Wade. Wade hit the first free throw and has one more. Not going to miss free throws. Layton will have to keep scoring. Down the floor with Julian Blackman. 53-50, 19 seconds remaining. Blackman has the ball sucked away by Wade. Wade trying to knock him into the ball. And will stay here, 15 seconds. Armitstead to trigger. Got to get it in, and does to Julian Blackman. Julian will pull for the tie. Off the mark, and they're going to call it out of bounds. It went over the top. Hit the top of the backboard in the strap. And that's essentially going to do it unless you get some missed free throws. 10.5 seconds remaining. Inbound into Wade. Wasn't going anywhere else. Wade in the front court. They got to foul him. Give it up to Rigby. Outside to Schwartz. Now to Wade. And now the foul comes from Armitstead with 3.7 seconds remaining. Let him run off nearly 7 seconds before the foul. And Wade will go to the line to clinch the Region 1 title. Wade toes it back up. And hits the second. And that'll do it. Layton will inbound. And Davis comes back down 17. And they'll take the Region 1 title as Blackman hits the bucket. But he missed the big one before. And the Davis Darts are Region 1 champions once again. They come from behind down 17. Powered by Jesse Wade. It's a 55-53 win for the Davis Darts heading into the state tournament. Welcome back inside Davis High School. Again, our final score: the Darts 55 and the Lancers 53. The Darts take home the Region 1 championship and will be the number 1 seed from Region 1 heading into the state tournament, which starts 1 week from today at Weber State University. This game was outstanding. It was a big lead for Layton at one point. At the half, had an 11-point lead. In the second half, things got going for Jesse Wade. Had an outstanding night. 32 points for Wade. A bulk of those coming in the second. After the second quarter, had an outstanding second half. And for the Layton Lancers, it was a tough night offensively for a number of players, but Julian Blackman stepped up, played very, very well, with 7 of 14 from the floor, had 18 points leading the way for the Lancers. Everybody else kind of struggled. Cody Edwards had 13 coming off the bench, had an outstanding night, and Dries Blackman, a tough night shooting for Dries, 3 of 12 from the floor, and finished with 6 points. And you had to have much more from Layton, but with an off night, they lost by 2 points to a team that's going to factor in the state championship. Layton will factor into that as well. But when you have a player like Jesse Wade who can light it up from the outside, who shoots well from the free throw line and dominates the ball the way he does, that gives Davis an absolute outstanding chance to make a run in the 5A state tournament, especially the fact that the opposite side of Lone Peak and Bingham in the tournament. So a lot of things working in the favor of the Davis Darts. They needed this win, and Jesse Wade powered him. Jesse Wade is going to be our nudge player of the game. Wade finished tonight 11 of 21 from the floor, 4 of 10 from 3, 6 of 6 from the line for a total of 32 points for Jesse Wade. Outstanding night for him. The next leading scorer was Landon Schwartz with 9, and Wade powered his way to another region championship. Congratulations to Coach Sims and the Davis Darts on another Region 1 title. Again, our final score: the Darts 55, the Lancers 53. Our nudge player of the game, Jesse Wade. With over 500 employees, Nudge, one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. To learn more about Nudge and its community outreach programs, go to www.nudge.com. Again, congratulations to the Darts on the Region 1 championship. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and watching High School Rewind, only on Xfinity On Demand.